Just another day sitting here in Stalcraft waiting for the emission to go away. Got another guy that's a stalker right next to me waiting because he doesn't want to go outside and die to it either, so we're just kind of chatting. But, what's up, people? Punch here. Stalcraft came out December 9th, 2022. It's been a couple of days since that release, and what's going on? Like, what are you doing it? What's all happening? What's kind of the down low? So let's go ahead and talk about it, kind of like what you do, the tutorial, and kind of like afterwards. So the main thing is that you have to go and talk to some people to get ammunition, to get weapons, to get armor. Mainly doing the barter tree, which is where all the stuff is, whether it be the BP Zarya suit, the IP suit for science, different assault rifles, submachine guns, sniper rifles, shotguns. You're pretty much doing a lot of the quest stuff to find these specific materials so that you can trade with the merchant and buy those things instead of just buying it outright. Normally in games when you would do like a quest or you had to go and buy like an item, it just costs some money. In this game, it's spend the rubles, but also spend the materials you need to unlock it slash get it. So if you need a IP suit, you need the raincoat first and then green mold. And once you get that and then buy it, then you can upgrade to the IP suit or get to the Zarya suit after that. Or you could just wait until you get the quest to get the Zarya suit. But here's the thing, and what I'm going to be talking about for a little bit, and that is the PvP in this game. I have no issue with the PvP when it comes down to fighting the different factions, Stalker versus Bandits. However, when you're dealing with these people, and PvP is a thing, and then you have this quest you want to do, but you're being literally forced to deal with a blockade of bandits against, yourself, there's really not much you could do. And because it's free to play, a lot of the assholes will be on the bandit side, which I have seen personally. You guys like to camp a lot, prone on the ground inside of a bush where you never see, and they just spray you with machine gun fire. That's exactly what bandits do. They're trash. But that's mostly what they've been doing at the building slash cordon area. And the cordon area is essentially a railroad track that you have to cross over that would go to another section of the cordon. And over there, it's going to be a lot of bandits, a lot of NPC patrols that are NATO patrolmen or bandit patrols, and then, of course, the bandits themselves. You can always tell the difference between an NPC bandit and a player bandit just by looking above their name. Normally, when you have teammates that are stalkers that are on your side, they'll have like a white name or they'll have like the radiation symbol to symbolize they're a stalker. And of course, when you try to identify like a bandit, which is a player or NPC, you can always tell the difference between one having a name and the other one doesn't. So just know that when you go and look and you shoot somebody, you're looking through a scope of rifle, like a PU scope on your Mosin or like the SVT, that if you see a player name, that's probably a player bandit. You should murder them anyway and take their stuff. The other thing that people were asking is, what happens when you die? Do you lose everything or do you lose some things? You lose only the things that you pick up in the world. If it doesn't have a lock on it, like a padlock, then it's dropped, and people can pick that up. So essentially, the things that you keep are your armor, your guns, your med kits, pretty much your bundle stuff, and your bundles of ammunition. But the normal ammunition that you get, like the stacks of 100 or 300 or 400, that is gone. They pick that stuff up, whether it be 5.45, 7.16, 9mm. Anybody that can go to your body that's near like your bag or whichever, they can pick all that stuff up, including anything you got from doing the events like dog den, boar den, or just killing like the guardhouse slash bandit encampments. The NPC places that they don't really move, they just sit in one spot and just camp around. Getting into Cordon, essentially what I want people to know from this is that this is a hotspot. It doesn't seem like it's a big deal now, but I promise you when you try to play Stalcraft, you will die. If you don't watch out what you're doing, you'll either die to a landmine, you'll die to an anomaly, or you'll die to bandits camping these areas. The left-hand side has like run-down buildings and settlement. The right-hand side is full of forests that go to the back end of another encampment. Highly recommend that if you're going to go to the quest like Proving Innocence or Dump, take the right way. If you have a science suit that has protection from radiation, highly recommend taking the railroad tracks all the way out to Dark Valley. And the main reason why is because Dark Valley is technically a shortcut. If you try to go straight through the road all the way from Cordon's Bridge all the way to the back end of the map, you will die even faster. Because not only is there NPC bandits, but there's also player bandits that are in squads trying to hunt down anyone that's a stalker. So, highly recommend taking the Dark Valley route on the right-hand side, cresting all the way through it, and then go around to the dump to where you have to go. And that's what I did to get where I needed to be. I survived maybe about 4 or 5 times out of like the 10 or 20. But then again, it depends upon the time of day in Stalcraft. Like, if it's like real early, maybe like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or when people start getting out of work, that's when more people start getting on and deal with more issues. So, watch out from the players. But if there's much else to say about Stalcraft, is that you have to play it slow, play it like Tarkov, play it like the other games, like Hunter Marauders, whatever it is. Play it slow, because you will die every time you start running super fast. Whether it be, again, bandits, it could be NPCs, just dogs, or boars themselves. Mainly, the killer for me is black holes and vortexes. If you don't see them, you will run into one eventually, because I swear they spawn around you. But it could just be me being annoyed because I died to maybe like 50 of them. And that's not an exaggeration either. I've died so many times to the black hole and vortexes. And the thing is that people are saying in like global chat, if you ever ask in Stalcraft, you can escape black holes. You cannot. You can escape vortexes, not the black hole, because it sucks you in and then keeps you in place and then rips you in half. So that's what a black hole does. The other stuff is kind of situational, whether it be radioactive protection or psi emitters, maybe even dealing with the electricity stuff. Then, of course, finding the artifacts, which I can't tell you exactly where they are. You have to just go look for them at the anomalous areas. Proving Innocence will have an artifact there, but again, that depends upon what you find when you go do your quest stuff. Mainly, find backpacks on the ground from your dead teammates, pick them up, because they will do it to you. They've done it to me several times. I'm talking about stalkers, not bandits. And that's about it. Otherwise than that, I've been one nut punch as per the usual. Do apologize about my voice. I'm sick and try to get over hopefully this cold or whatever the hell it is. It might be something else, but I'm not sure. Anyway, thought I'd put out a video for Stalcraft because that's what I'm kind of working on now. And working on a couple other games, but we'll see what happens, whichever one gets done first. Anyway, I'll see y'all later.